Ever since arriving in the Netherlands, we kept noticing these rather unique sailing boats, the likes of which we had never seen anywhere else. Wide, flat, and rather bathtubby in their proportions, they look worlds away from the sleek sailboat designs of today. And yet there's a very good reason why these boats are built this way, and in this episode we find out what that reason is.
We're on a rescue mission now as well.
I'm Maya, and this is Aladino. Our journey began a few years ago when this boat fell off a crane. After 4 years of rebuilding her, we named her Magic Carpet and we set sail to go around the world as slowly as possible. This season, we're sailing in the Netherlands. Join us as we explore the history and strange natural beauty of this seafaring nation. From the canals of Amsterdam to the pastoral islands of the Waddenzee, welcome to Magic Carpet in the Netherlands. New episode every Friday. So this whole time in Holland, we've been sailing past these beautiful classic Dutch barges, these sailing barges.
Flat bottom barges.
Yes, exactly. And I've been so curious what they're like to actually sail and what they're all about. And a few days ago we met, just by chance, on the street we met a subscriber who lives in Friesland. He has one of these beautiful barges, and so we're going sailing today.
Nice. Just along here and into the lake, which is part of why it's a Frisian experience. Everybody sails on the canal here.
Yes.
And then there is a lake, big lake that opens up. Here she is! What a beauty!
This is Maud, a flat-bottomed traditional Dutch sailing barge with lee boards instead of a keel. These shallow draft boats can be found all over Friesland and the Netherlands in general because they are the ideal way to explore the shallow inland waterways. Aladino and I were so curious about how these boats actually sail, and now our new friend Hoob had kindly invited us to come find out. Not only are these boats purpose-built for these local waters, but they also have an undeniable old-world elegance, which is still maintained even in this age of fiberglass and fast production boats. Elegant touches and traditional methods were everywhere. Are you learning how to steer a Dutch sailing barge, my love?
Yeah, well, the prop wash is the same.
20 tons, eh?
20 tons! A lot more than Magic Carpet, who is
2 tons more than Magic Carpet.
3.5. So we're about to go through this little bridge here. I feel like we're just in a Dutch fairy tale now on this beautiful boat going through this lifting bridge. And then we'll motor through town and then get out into the canal and maybe start sailing. So who put the, I think it's called the lee board, into the water to help with steering while we wait for the bridge to open? Are you steering us through the bridge, my love?
It's a bit narrow, but if the captain trusts me.
We have some fenders out. Okay, here we go. We got lots of room.
So we slow down again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have enough go. Yeah, enough go.
Yeah, this one's also
This
beautiful.
one, right? Yeah.
Okay, we've got one more bridge coming up.
We get closer, it gets better.
This is a lemmerark.
The name is from the place Lemmer. There were the first lemmerarks are built in late 1800. They were the first ones are built in wood, and they started not much later, half 1800, in building them in iron. And there were fishing boats for the lakes and the South Sea and the Wadden Sea. And this boat, exactly this, is a replica. It's built in 2000 on a shipyard, Schipshelling Blom in Hilpen. It's nearby here in Friesland. And
you built it.
I built it, the rest of it, all the wood and interior. I built it myself, and we sailed now nearly 20 years with it. Here in Holland, Friesland, Wadden, and we have even sailed to Stockholm in Sweden with it 10 years ago. And now we are sailing on a nice day in Friesland. But that's also a lemmerark.
Ah.
This is a fisherman's type. It has no house on it.
Ah, yeah. Oh, it is very open.
They came originally from town Lemmer. And that one is also a nice one. This, because that one's painted black.
Yeah.
It's also more original.
They were all black originally?
Yes,
okay.
as a fisherman they are black, but as a
yes.
yard they should be white.
Was it actual paint or tar?
In normal it used to be tar. Hey, there's coming another one. It's getting, you see all the lemmerark of all Friesland now.
Well, we're doing it correctly, or does he want to dock?
Going.
Should we go?
Ja, we gaan maar. Ja. Stuur op stuur.
What a beast of a tiller. Like heavy. And sturdy.
The rudder is bigger than you are, my love.
Yeah.
So.
We didn't bring enough clothes, and look who pulled out for us.
Oh, it's nice and warm.
You look really like a fancy captain now, my love.
Where's my pipe?
Okay, we're coming up to another bridge, so we're going to drop the jib temporarily. We just had it up for a little bit, but we'll put it up again quite soon. Whee! That comes down nicely, hey?
Yeah. They get narrower and narrower.
Originally you should wait.
So it's green, yeah, that's what we do.
Totally green, but now.
But Maya always says, no, go, go, go. Here,
right.
nobody waits.
He's right.
And I was like, wait for green.
We were now in the narrow canal leading to a shallow lake which we had wanted to explore with Magic Carpet, but we had been told that with Magic Carpet's draft would be confined to a narrow channel within the lake. Instead, with Maud, despite being a way bigger and way heavier boat than Magic Carpet, would have the freedom to explore even the shallowest sections of the lake.
A totally different sailing experience, hey?
Yes.
How are you enjoying?
I love it.
Yeah.
It is completely different. And I feel like this coat really well represents it. Because it's very like classy and like, yeah.
Make yourself cozy.
Elegant.
Get warm somehow.
Yeah.
By some thick wool or by hoisting sails. It's the simple things.
can do another thing. We can land on an island over there. There's a big island. Or there are 3 islands, but the first one is that one there. Now from now on in the winter, these islands are deserted, and that is something special.
So it was decided we'd visit the probably deserted island. The lee boards are used to help the boat maintain its course and improve windward performance. Normally, a keel does this in regular sailboat designs, but without a keel, there had to be another option. One big benefit of the lee boards is that if you do run aground, they kind of just pop up, no harm done. So we charged along under the wind. We made surprisingly good speeds, around 6 knots, and the whole experience felt so smooth and so elegant. The huge cockpit felt more like a waterfront patio than a cockpit on a sailboat, and the beauty of the boat itself made it feel like we were in another time, a time where Aladino's wool pea coat would have fit in quite seamlessly. As we neared the island, Aladino and Hoob dropped the sails and we motored cautiously into the harbor entrance. I somehow got stuck at the helm, and Hoob somehow trusted me far more than I trusted myself with docking this 20-ton boat.
Okay.
So you said we do a big wide turn?
Big wide turn, and we lay it over there. Maybe you can take the front. Yeah.
Should I go now?
Yep. That's really. Hang on. Yep, this is how it works.
Fortunately, it was the easiest possible approach, with no other boats and a huge wall to tie alongside.
How to drift away. And this gives us a bit more time. It's okay. Yep, fine. Aladino, it's the best thing to come here a bit after and then bij de stag, bij de wand. And then you can go out more easy and safely. So, en nou maar naar mij toe. Ja, kom maar. Kijk.
Wow, nice.
Doe maar op die. Ja, mooi. And here you are. Yep.
With Hoob's excellent guidance and help throughout the whole maneuver, we managed to arrive safe and sound. Although, when your boat is a 20-ton steel barge, I imagine the dock had more reason to be nervous than the boat. It started to rain, but no matter, we had lunch in the cozy interior, and when the weather passed, we got ready to leave again. To me, this experience sailing on Maud seemed to sum up a lot of what we had already found about Dutch sailing culture. The Dutch sail for the joy of it. They appreciate an elegant nod to the past, and they enjoy sailing in comfort. These traditional sailing barges aren't built to cross oceans, and in fact it would be dangerous to try, but they're built as comfortable inland cruisers to enjoy the water and the wind, to find some peace and quiet while on a comfortable and visually appealing vessel. This boat represents good, slow living, with an eye for beauty and a deep understanding of one's local traditions and natural environment.
Looks a little stormy on the horizon, so we get to experience how to reef this beauty as well.
So what are you doing exactly? You're just rolling it up?
Exactly.
And then basically when you raise it, it's just part of it's rolled up?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be smaller. I mean, we have the same thing, only that you attach it on the boom, and here it's free.
Okay. It's always loose from the boom.
Yeah.
Hey, spiders.
Yeah, everywhere.
Eerst maar even.
Gezien, ik heb het teruggenomen.
A big sail area becomes manageable with some pulleys and some cleverly designed aids from back in the old days. Still work today. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. So we let go the stern line, and Hoob is now giving us a little bit more slack on the bow line, but we're keeping the bow line, and we're raising the sail at the dock, and then we're going to try and sail off the dock.
Yep, together. Nee, go daar, kom op.
Alright, the jib is also going up.
Okay.
Yep. Ja, mooi.
Hoob expertly removed the bow line, and then we eased off away from the dock.
Yep, I can take over whenever.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow!
Hey,
Nicely done,
awesome.
you guys!
Hey, and that was 20 tons, hè?
That was very
requires a
impressive. Nice.
A bit of luck.
I know, but that was first try, wasn't it, that you got the line off? Very good.
That's, okay. And now we're in the dead zone, but that's good. Gives you a bit of time. Beautiful.
It's yours.
Does that mean we're in trouble? Oh no, no.
Yes.
The sail looks even better reefed.
And it's better in balance now
Oh yeah.
for high wind, because we have to check
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
the part.
More tension is
Yep.
better. If I wouldn't have touched it, I wouldn't have noticed that this beautiful boom is actually steel. But Hoob did a wonderful job at painting it camouflage. So that's the boat's secret.
The skies on the horizon had grown quite dark and ominous. We hoped to outrun it, but quickly changing weather is kind of just part of sailing here. So would have to see if we were lucky today or not.
What a treat! A full day on this lemmerark And not only do we get to sail downwind in a canal, we also sailed off the dock after a lovely lunch, and now we get to tack upwind. So we got a full program here. Super exciting.
But there was more excitement to come. A sailboat which appeared to be stuck in position hailed to us.
We're on a rescue mission now as well.
Jib is going down, mainsail soon to follow. There's a boat stuck on the mud. It's very shallow here, that is why.
And the crazy thing is we can be here.
Yeah, that's why these boats are designed in Holland.
The
for
biggest
Holland.
boats are the ones who can be here. It just doesn't make sense somehow.
So we're gonna try and pull him off with our engine, but I don't know if it'll work.
Well, more because it is so shallow everywhere here. So it's like, yeah, we can pull, but I mean, what if we just pull you along the sandbank? Like, it's not gonna be good for your keel.
It was not easy. Our engine strained and struggled, but eventually the other boat did start moving.
It's working, it's working!
Okay, maatje.
Dankjewel.
Have a nice day. Humor, hè?
Mission accomplished!
Mission accomplished. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck again.
Yeah.
Jultje, je moet daarheen, hè? Dit is ook ondiep.
This is one of the reasons why we'd been nervous to take Magic Carpet into these lakes. There are dredged channels which run through the lakes, and we'd be fine as long as we stuck to the channels, but that basically limits you to a narrow channel with limited sailing possibilities, so it wasn't really high on our list to try it. Also, after hearing stories from many Dutch friends about how funny and ridiculous it is when the tourists come and get stuck in the mud every summer, we weren't keen to be added to their book of stories. But on this boat, with Hoob as the captain, we had no such worries.
So there's more interesting details that we're getting to know now. For example, these boats, because they have such a flat bottom, of course, they can go all these places that the other ones cannot. And another particular thing to them is keel cooling. And that is because if you would have a raw water pump cooling the engine, it could very well happen that it sucks dirt from the bottom because the bottom is so close. So yeah, that was interesting to know. So it has a dry exhaust and keel cooling because it only draws like 80 centimeters.
After getting our excitement for the day, we motored the rest of the way against the wind.
Being on a solid boat like this, it almost makes me want to play bumper boats.
You better not.
Back through the bridges, past the other sailing barges and the sweet brick houses, back to the beautiful dock by the willow tree.
Now comes the last interesting part.
Docking?
The docking.
We have to do a
Turning
180.
around in a channel that is as wide as the boat, if not less.
Hoob says it's possible though, so we'll get it done.
Can do.
We trust in Hoob.
Hoob had this all down to an exact science. He knew the exact widest part of the channel, and he knew the exact technique to turn the boat around, which he calmly and precisely explained to Aladino on the helm.
Sailing into a bush there, are we, my love?
No, we're turning around. We're doing magic. Because we're turning in a canal that is narrower than the boat.
Oh, we landed. And now they're putting it into reverse, and the prop wash takes them around. The bow is still in the bush.
This is how it's done.
You're having so much fun, are you?
I am.
It was all carefully executed, and although it probably would look strange to a passerby to see such a large boat with her nose in the bank of a very small canal, it was all part of the master plan.
Now some reverse to get the bow out of the bush. There's some driftwood set afloat. Now hard over, forward again.
We're getting there. All right. Here we go.
And just like that, we made it. What a beautiful day, and what a wonderful new friend. If I ever move to the Netherlands and want to sail the inland waterways, I know exactly the type of boat I'd buy to do so. Shallow inland waters are usually reserved for motorboats, which naturally have less draft and more ability to maneuver in tight spaces. Well, the Dutch will have none of that. A boat must have sails, and so they built one, and it works just as well now as it did hundreds of years ago. Thank you so much to all of you for watching, and a huge thanks to Hoob for bringing us sailing and showing us a little bit of the tradition behind the Dutch sailing culture we had been admiring from afar. And a huge thanks to our patrons for making all of these episodes possible. And as always, an extra big thanks to these folks who really go the extra mile to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced. We will see you all next Friday.